Welcome, James. Please have a seat. Yeah, feel free to adjust your seat. You have a notebook and a pen there and a bottle of water, just in case you may need to help yourself with any of those. My name is Nelson Makanda. I'm the chair of this election panel. Allow me to thank you for showing interest in the position we advertised for the commission, member of the commission, but also to congratulate you for being shortlisted and to ask that feel free. This is an open interaction, learning session for us as a panel, but also for many Kenyans who listen to you and to your responses. So feel free and let us just have this interaction. I want to invite Madam Linda and the team to introduce themselves, please. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵.
Good morning.
My name is 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵, and I serve this panel as a vice chair. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you for this interview.
Thank you.
Bwana Leiro, good morning. Naitwa Bwana Andrew Tanui, mwanachama wa chopo hili la uteuzi, na karibu.
Mr. 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵, good morning. Caroline Kituku, a member of the panel.
Thank you.
Good morning, 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵.
Good morning, Prof.
My name is Adam Solo, a member of the selection panel.
Thank you.
Good morning, James.
Good morning.
Karibu sana. My name is 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵.
Asante.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Fatuma Ali Saman, a member of the panel. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵, na karibu sana. My name is 𝐋𝐞𝐢𝐫𝐨, and I'm a member of the panel.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵.
Good morning.
My name is Evans Misati. I'm a member of this election panel, and we welcome you.
Thank you.
Asante.
Now we turn over to you, Mr. 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵, and just ask you to be able to introduce yourself, highlight your profile, and how that is indicative of your preparedness for the role that you have applied for. Please mention if you belong to any professional group, but also do mention if you have received any honors or awards. Welcome kindly.
Thank you, Chairman, and members of the panel. First of all, I want to appreciate the panel for shortlisting me and having me today to appear before you. My name is James Leiro 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿𝐵. I come from Baringo County, a community called the 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻 community. The 𝐿𝐵𝐚𝐻 community is a minority marginalized community. And Chairman, I hold 2 master's degrees, one from the University of Nairobi, School of Economics. I've specialized in health economics, and also another master's from 𝐵𝐺𝑚𝐻𝐾𝐬𝑒𝑇𝑎 University of Agriculture and Technology. I've done an MBA, Master of Business Administration. I've specialized in strategic management. My undergraduate, I did Bachelor of Science in Health Systems Management from Kenya Methodist University. Additionally, I also hold a diploma from Kenya Medical Training College on community health. I'm also a continuing PhD student at JKUAT, doing an MBA in strategic management. Doing a PhD in strategic management, business administration. Chairman and the panel, I have an experience of over 14 years. First, I was employed by the Ministry of Health, and in 2011, to be very specific, December, and I worked with the ministry up to 2015 March, when I switched and got an opportunity to join the National Health Insurance, the defunct health insurance, National Health Insurance, which has now changed to Social Health Authority. So currently I'm working in the authority. In terms of experience at the ministry, we've done a lot in the health, when I was in charge of the health center, implementing community strategies and various other interventions that are geared towards improving the health outcomes of the communities. Later on, I joined the National Health Insurance as a quality assurance officer, and I was posted to Siaya County. And we've done a lot, we did a lot in Siaya County from 2015 March up to July of 2018, when I was transferred to Kitui County, and at that time in different capacity as a county manager. And from there now, I was able to also enhance my management skills, took a program at the Kenya School of Government, strategic senior management course in 2017, and also enhanced it to strategic leadership development program in 2020. Chairman and the members of the panel, I'm also a member of 2 professional bodies. I'm a full member at the Kenya Institute of Management and the Health Economics Association of Kenya, and I'm of good standing. Thank you.
Thank you. What did you do for NHIF and what are you doing for SHA?
At NHIF, we have implemented quite a number of programs, and the implementation of benefit packages. I want to give my experience both at policy implementation and also at the management level.
What roles are you, did you hold in NHIF, and what roles are you holding now?
Thank you, Chairman. I was first employed as a quality assurance officer. So basically, a quality assurance officer engages the stakeholders within the county, and the stakeholders are the communities, the healthcare providers, both the private facilities, faith-based, and government, and implementation of quality assurance guidelines in terms of assuring that patients are getting services that are in tandem with the contracts that we have. Currently, at the management level, we are now implementing the Social Health Authority Act. That is member registration, revenue collection from...
Are you a clerk? Are you a manager? Are you a director? That's what I'm trying to appreciate.
I'm a senior manager. Thank you.
In charge of what?
In charge of a branch.
Which branch?
Ruaraka branch.
So you're in charge of health facilities within Ruaraka?
Within Ruaraka.
Okay, thank you. Linda, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Letangule, what skills and competencies do you think are essential for the team of commissioners for purposes of the execution of their mandate?
Thank you, Linda, for that question. Commissioners of IEBC basically need to have some skills in, first of all, leadership skills, because they are leading teams that IEBC has various teams that needs to be guided on a daily basis in the implementation of the programs. The commissioners also need to have skills in collaborations and stakeholder engagements, because we have so many stakeholders that need to be engaged in IEBC for the programs to be successful. There are also skills in all the accountability measures that is required of a leader. They are also required to have various management skills that is inclusive of even financial management. They should have skills in delegating functions. They should have skills in, policy formulations. They should have also skills in, they should have a critical skills in crisis management. Given that IEBC is a high pressure institution, they need to have skills in making critical decisions whenever they are faced with such kind of situations. Yes.
And what experiences in your career journey have prepared you for this high pressure job? What experiences, and if you have any experiences, you can share the same with this panel.
Thank you, Linda. I have experiences in attention to details and compliance. Being in the health sector and health insurance for that matter, the experience in attention to details, starting from registration of members, starting from, patient level data at the facility level, up to the payment stages. We pay a lot of attentions, and also the kind of a treatment that the patients are receiving or the members are receiving should be able to be end-to-end. You cannot start with a particular outcome and then it changes within the treatment plans. And also, when I talk about compliance, they should be compliant to the various treatment protocols and guidelines, notwithstanding the medical legal issues. Additionally, I'm also bringing in the experiences of teamwork and multitasking. In my experience, we've been working as teams. We have various kinds of teams within the Social Health Authority, and IEBC, of course, has teams that needs to be engaged on a day-to-day basis. There is also the issues of data management and confidentiality. We are an institution that deals with very confidential data, and at no point has it ever leaked to undesired quarters. So in IEBC, also in terms of data management, the data of voters during balloting should be as secretive as possible. So those are some of the experiences that I'll want, if I get the favor of this panel, to be able to apply in IEBC. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay, invite Caroline Kituku to ask you some questions. Carol, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Letangule.
Yes,
Article 101 of the Constitution states that whenever a vacancy occurs in the office of either Member of Parliament or the Senate, the Speaker of the respective House must notify the IEBC. Under what circumstances in the Constitution can the office of Member of Parliament or the Senate become vacant?
Thank you, Carol. A vacancy in the office of the Member of Parliament or Senate can fall vacant either through when the member dies, the position becomes vacant. When the member switches from the party that sponsored them to the House to another party, then they should be also be declared to have left the party, and the speaker should be notified. It can also fall vacant when there is a successful petition, election petition, and the member is removed by a court. It can also fall vacant when members of the electorates that the member is representing can recall that member and it becomes successful. They can still, that position can fall vacant as well.
What happens if the member of parliament is absent consecutively from the house?
Thank you, Caro. And if a member of parliament is absent, is an absentee member, the law says for 8 consecutive sittings of parliament without prior permission from the speaker in writing, then they can be declared as absconded duty, and the speaker can declare that position as vacant because now the member is not representing the people as required by the law. Thank you.
Thank you for that. So, what happens upon the IBC being notified of the seat becoming vacant? What steps must the IBC take? What is the role or the mandate of the IBC in that regard?
When a position becomes vacant and the respective speaker of the House has notified IEBC, then IEBC will conduct a special election in that particular constituency or electoral area where that member comes from. So the IEBC will declare that position vacant and start planning for a special election for that particular region or area. Thank you.
Are you aware of the timelines, the constitutional timelines on when that must happen?
The constitutional timeline, thank you. Upon notification of IEBC by the various speakers, IEBC will gazette that particular area as vacant within 3 months, and therefore now prepare for a special election in that area.
Is it a special? Is it special election? Is it special?
Yes, it is. It will be a by-election, actually.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair, and I wish you well, Mr. 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
Thank you very much. I do want to ask Madam 𝐶𝐞𝐬 to ask you some questions, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning once again, Mr. 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿.
Good morning, Ambassador.
I would like to ask you you have voted.
Yes.
How many times?
4 times.
Okay. When was your first election?
2007.
2007.
Yes.
I'm not asking that because you are 37. I'm asking it because the next question is based on your practical experience. During the campaign period and also up to the time of election itself, the day of voting, what types of election offenses did you observe in the 4 elections you participated in that are in the Election Offences Act and are also in the Electoral Code of Conduct that candidates usually sign and swear to comply with? Name 5 election offenses that are in both.
Thank you, Ambassador. There are quite a number of election offenses that happen during an election. One of them is bribery of voters. When voters are bribed to change their perception or to change their, decision, it is an offense. Number two is there is intimidation as an offense. There is also violence as an offense. There is also, use of propaganda. In the morning of elections or before the elections, people can be told a particular candidate is no longer running. And, it can really affect voter turnout. There is also some acts of intercepting electoral materials by a particular group, and they can vandalize the commission's resources.
Thank you, Mr. Letangule. Should you be fortunate enough to become a member, to be nominated as a member of IEBC, what would you do to address these issues and to ensure that they don't occur ever again?
Thank you, Ambassador. If I get to be a member of IEBC as a commissioner, I will ensure that, first of all, from voter registration, the process is well understood by the voters.
Please restrict yourself to this, because I mentioned that as candidates they sign a electoral code of conduct with IEBC, which contains these same offenses. So what will you do to address bribery, intimidation, violence, propaganda, misinformation, and election materials?
Thank you, Ambassador. I will ensure that there is proper civic education, that the voters understand their rights. They know that they are mandated by the law to participate in elections without coercion. I will also ensure that all the political players signs and abide by the code of ethics or conduct, and therefore they'll be liable for any linkage to any violence. And additionally, I will also ensure that IEBC collaborates with other stakeholders like the security agencies to offer security in polling stations. I'll also ensure that we have mapped, as a commission, we've mapped the hotspots for this particular violence, and therefore we have an escalation matrix when such are reported. I'll also ensure that the communication channels of IEBC are well aligned to deter any form of misinformation to the voters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Letangule, and all the best. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. FCP Etanui, kindly ask some questions.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Leiro, the IEBC Act provides for how, as a commissioner, an employee of IEBC, you manage a conflict of interest. So it has provided for mechanism through which the same is managed. So kindly give us some explanation, or how should you as a commissioner manage conflict of interest if that arises in the course of your duty as a commissioner at IEBC.
Thank you, FCPA. As an employee of IEBC, as a commissioner, and by that extent an employee of IEBC, I will ensure that all the employees of the commission declare their interest, where they have conflict of interest, that they declare in the respective.
Start from you as a commissioner, not yourself as a commissioner.
Thank you, FCPA. As a commissioner, I will declare the conflict of interest, if any, to the commission, and clearly indicate my relationship to the issue at hand. I will also ensure that the same is captured within the HR instruments of the commission, and by that extent implemented within the commission for other employees to be able to declare their interest, if any.
The Act has specifically given what are these HR instruments. It is clearly indicated what is it that you need to do, so that it's not left open the way you are saying HR instruments, but it has clearly indicated where it should be recorded and all that.
The HR instrument of the organization has provisions for the employees to declare any conflict if they have, and therefore I will ensure that those clauses are, well understood by all the staff of the commission. Yes.
Thank you, and I wish you well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Evans Misati, please ask some questions kindly.
Thanks so much, Chair. Mr. 𝐶𝐞𝐬, I want to take you to IEBC's performance evaluation approach. The performance of the Secretariat is supposed to be oversight by the commissioners, because the commissioners are the ones who take the responsibility of the entire commission. So briefly explain to us how you will go about evaluating the performance of the commission staff, if you are given an opportunity.
Thank you, Misati. At the commission, there are the commissioners and there is the secretariat. And the commissioners are basically the ones formulating the policies of the commission and cascade the same to management. That is the secretariat to implement. So in terms of performance evaluation, as a commissioner, I will ensure that all the policies and guidelines that are attending to the evaluation, performance evaluation, are approved on time, and the same cascaded to Secretariat to apply to all the staff. We'll also ensure that all the staff sign the performance contracts and proper evaluations are done biannually, annually, and the same is given as a report to the commissioners for overall evaluation. Thank you.
What I mean is that there's somebody there out there in Kisumu who is in a constituency. How do you ensure that as a commission, of course you're always held responsible for its actions, how do you monitor the activities that he's doing and ensure that whatever he's doing, if you are held responsible, you're accountable to his actions?
Thank you, Misati. We will ensure as a commission, as commissioners, that the strategic plan for the institution is being implemented, and from the strategic plans, all the staff across the country are able to sign performance contracts, and it is uniform across the country. It is ISO Whatever happens in Migori office is the same which is happening in Lamu office, and proper feedback mechanisms are put in place to ensure that performance are being reported, either desired or undesired.
The last question. According to where you sit, what do you understand by the role of the commissioners in staff management, between the commissioner and the secretariat, who is directly linking with the staff?
The secretariat is directly linked to the staff, and the commissioners are oversight of what the secretariat is doing on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, it is a value chain, because as commissioners, we approve all the instruments that are required to onboard an employee, and approve even for the various employees to be employed. And as commissioners, we are also, tasked with knowing what is happening at the secretariat. The commissioners are not there at the another zone, and the secretariat is in another point. It is a value chain. We depend on each other for that matter.
Thanks so much, and I wish you well. Over to you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. I invite Fatuma to ask a question, please.
Mr. Letangule, please share with the panel, who do you consider to be the key stakeholders of IEBC in regards to public participation? And how would the Commission engage these stakeholders effectively to ensure there's inclusive participation?
Thank you, Fatuma, for that question. The key stakeholders of IEBC.
In regards to public participation.
Thank you. We have the political parties. They are very key stakeholders. We have the people of Kenya, the voters, for that matter. We also have observers who are on observer missions. They also need to be engaged as stakeholders. We also have the politicians themselves. We had the political parties, and now we have the politicians themselves. They are also very key in terms of stakeholder engagement. And not forgetting, even the internal staff are also very key. The employees of, IEBC.
Remember, what we are discussing is public participation. So in the context of public participation, you're already good to go?
Yes.
So how do you effectively engage them to ensure their inclusion?
We, as a commission, we are required to do public participation by informing the stakeholders what the commission is doing, by also consulting them, getting their feedback in the various programs that the commission might want to implement, involving them also, and collaborating with them as equal partners for achievement of the Commission's mandate, shared Commission's mandate. And that is towards credible elections that is fair and transparent to all Kenyans.
If members of the public are to effectively participate in public participation with the IEBC, what is the key ingredient for an effective discussion that they should have?
They should have knowledge they should have knowledge on their rights, what the law says. They should also have the skill itself to be able to participate, and they should also have values. Which kind of leaders might they want to, choose for themselves? So those are some of the ingredients.
Where and when does the public get access to electoral knowledge? The knowledge you're saying is specific to elections, isn't it? And boundaries delimitation. So where would they get this information and how?
They will get this information through the commission. The commission will organize for engagements, public barasas, campaigns, media, so that the members of the public can get this information.
So the start point of the engagement is civic education, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to welcome 𝐶𝐞𝐬 to ask some questions.
Thank you, Chair. James, in your CV, you've stated that you're a manager of Social Health Authority.
Yes.
And your role has been to ensure the seamless rollout of the Social Health Authority provider portal system.
Yes.
I'm sure you have experienced what the public have heard and talked about the SHA program of government. And there are good lessons you have picked from that. Can you give us a few of the lessons that you have picked from the Social Health Authority program that you can bring on board as an IEBC member?
Thank you, Mr. Nicodemus. And just like IEBC, the Social Health Authority is highly digitized. And the digitization comes with the responsibility by the organization to engage with the stakeholders, that is the healthcare providers and the people of Kenya. Some of the lessons that I've learned that are more desirable to IEBC as well is the need for information. There is a lot of misinformation peddled when the program was being initiated that is not correct. Until the institution dissects it and demystifies, that is when, the public can appreciate. Just like IEBC, there are quite a number of steps that are digitized within the commission, like the voter registration, voting itself, results transmission from polling stations to the National Tallying Center. The kind of perceptions that are there is what we've, have also encountered myself, because at one hand, patients are getting services, Kenyans are getting services. On the other hand, there is misinformation about the program. So what is very, very important is for the institution to engage with the stakeholders continuously, be able to demystify these particular programs that we are running. So yes, I have the skills, I have the experience to bring to IEBC in terms of demystifying the programs of IEBC. Yes.
Now, looking at the SHA program and the IEBC, and you bring the two together, and we have tried to compare the two, yet SHA is fully digitized in terms of services and provisions. IEBC is half digitized. The only area that maybe they use digital is registration and identification of voters during voting. Do you think that there is a possibility that eventually IEBC should be fully digitized?
Thank you, Mr. Nicodemus. Personally, I come from an environment where digitization is very high. And one of the advantages of digitization is there is less interference of data by human beings or staff. And those are some of the areas that the developers of the program, as internal stakeholders, have also added our voice to the same. So our systems are end-to-end. When a member goes for registration, that is the same information you will get the day you will need to seek for service. And once you are logged into the system at the point of service, the information doesn't change in between. And in the process, there are so many other enhancements up to a point that the healthcare provider is being reimbursed for services they offer to that particular member. So when you look at the current status of IEBC, the programs are not fully digitized. Even the process of voter registration, for example, you get a clerk taking information in a manual form. You don't know whether the form will be keyed into the system at the constituency level or at the IEBC headquarters. So these are some of the things that I will wish to look at when I get to be appointed as a commissioner. So starting from registration, from the SHA perspective, we are linked to the registrar of persons. So even the registration itself, you just need to key in your ID, and then the entire information about the member is fetched from that particular system. So it reduces issues of double registration or impersonations when a person goes to the hospital. So even IEBC needs to be linked to this particular system of registrar of persons, so that we don't have issues of dead voters still in the register. We have issues of double registrations. We have members that have been moved from one polling station to another without their knowledge. And another issue is about the voting day itself, the day of heavy lifting by the commission. The process should also be as digitized as possible to be able to prevent this kind of double voting, for example. Yes.
Thank you, Chairman. All the best, James.
Thank you, Nicodemus.
Okay, Professor Adams, please.
Thank you, Chair. 𝐿𝐸𝐚𝐬𝐿.
Yes, Prof.
In your introduction, you said you are from a marginalized community. The 𝐿𝐸𝐴𝐻, to be specific.
Correct, Prof.
Is 𝐿𝐸𝐴𝐻, whenever we do census, is 𝐿𝐸𝐴𝐻 regarded as a unique ethnic group, or you come under an umbrella of an ethnic group?
Thank you, Prof, for that concern. I might not really say it's a question.
Yes.
In the past, we used to be under another group because of many many people did not understand as well.
Which one?
The Maasai. Sometimes we can be put with other communities, which I might not wish to give more information on the same. But we've done a lot of publicity about ourselves, and now we have our code as a community.
Very well. That's a unique identify. You are also just 37 years of age.
Correct, Prof.
And when I was looking at your CV and work experience, I didn't see any past experience in electoral matters. Yet as I've listened to your answer, you seem to be very, very knowledgeable about the Constitution, the law, and the management of elections. Where is that coming from?
Thank you, Prof. In my CV, maybe I just missed to indicate that I participated as a clerk in 2007 elections, and I also participated in civic education in 2007. That was under ECK. Whatever I'm currently doing, the experience that I have working with the defunct NHIF and now SHA, we do a lot of member registrations. And these are old institutions, started in 1960. It has a rich history from the beginning up to now when government decided to improve processes. So just like IEBC, we are also engaging in member registrations.
When the Vice Chair asked you about skills that you are bringing or that you'd bring to the Commission, you didn't mention elections. Now that you have made a disclosure, is that a skill that you would say you would bring to the Commission?
Yes, yes indeed, Prof.
What strategies would you use if you are made a commissioner to ensure that election results are accurate and verifiable, especially when there are claims of electoral fraud?
Thank you, Prof. Some of the strategies that I will bring to the Commission if I get favor from this panel to be a commissioner is I will demystify the process of registration of voters, because if we miss it at the registration, then the final product, when these voters will come and do the ballot itself, we will not get correct results. So I will ensure that there is minimal errors in the process of registration. I will ensure that the register is very clean, that the people who are at the register as voters are legitimate voters for that matter. I will also ensure that all the legal frameworks that govern IEBC and gives IEBC the mandate to do its work are all aligned. If there is any need for, an amendment, I will engage with my fellow commissioners to make sure that we engage the relevant stakeholders and have all the legal frameworks aligned. I will also ensure that during the voting itself, because IEBC has been accused of being so secretive, especially after the elections, I will ensure that the process is as transparent as possible, that the voters in a constituency or in a county can be able to get the results of all their elected members, including even the presidency, at the county level, so that we avoid this culture of going to the bombers. And many people think the bombers is when the president is being elected, while they have done it themselves at the polling stations. So I think if we demystify this process and on board all the stakeholders, the observers, the media, so that we avoid a situation where a presiding officer or a returning officer has to come manually all the way to the bombers for the results to be looked at. And at that point, Kenyans are glued to the screens. Sometimes we see and decide behaviors within the bombers itself, and people think the president or is being chosen at the bombers. So I will ensure that transparency in terms of information sharing is very clear.
Thank you. IEBC, you know, has trust deficit. Where you are coming from, as my colleague Bore told me, SHA has even more trust deficit. I'll give you an example. I can't remember his other name, but as I watched before SHA was implemented, the face of SHA was one 𝐋𝐞𝐢𝐫𝐴. I can't remember his other name. And then and he was very convincing whenever he came, debating with the unionists why the shift is necessary. It was so convincing. Then on the eve of the implementation, I don't know, it goes to Kenya Cancer. And now SHA, the public is reacting. The point I'm trying to bring is that what, if at all, and I don't think you are in a position to have been the public face, but what do you say about the trust deficit in SHA and how it should be addressed, or how you and your seniors have addressed it, vis-a-vis if you were to go to the commission, and how you would help in improving trust in the IEBC, given that right now you are in a trust deficit institution and most of the public are not convinced that that's the way to go.
Thank you, Prof. SHA, IEBC. There was, of course, misinformation because we have an history as an institution. And when government was now enhancing service delivery to all Kenyans, there were public participations that were done, and there were laws that were passed. That is, the SHA Act was passed in 2023, and all the legal frameworks are there, and all the players involved were involved. The only challenges that we experienced as the internal stakeholder is when the program was rolled out, the major stakeholders, the healthcare providers, the members were already aware because we engaged them on almost real time through direct messaging, through calls to the call center, and most of the things were demystified at that point. The only departure here is on the membership. NHIF was more constrained on a members club. You have to be a member for you to be able to get services. But now under SHA, the law has allowed has allowed Kenyans to be members of SHA. So long as you are a Kenyan, you are a member. So the membership aspect was changed. So initially we had close to 7 million active members, and now under SHA we have 20 million, almost now over 20 million members. So you can see that many people have been engaged. And any program that touches on many people, you should be prepared for, you know, to be able to answer to questions continuously, and that's what we've been doing. IEBC is also having trust deficit among Kenyans, which are very simple things to be demystified if the institution can implement some of the programs, like communication, planning, you know. Most of these trust deficits are as a result of some risks that were not identified in the process. Like in the last election, we woke up to some 2 counties not voting on that particular day. So proper planning also needs to come out. And I don't personally see the reason why we should make registration of voters voluntary. So long as you are a Kenyan, 18 years and above, I think it is high time that we onboard everybody to be a voter. It's only for them to come and confirm that I want to vote in this place. Yes.
So you would advocate for mandatory voting as in some of the countries of the world?
Because...
Or mandatory registration. You know, there's mandatory registration and there's mandatory voting, in which if you don't vote, it's considered as an offense. So which one are you talking about? Mandatory registration or both mandatory registration and mandatory voting?
Mandatory registration.
Okay, but not mandatory
because
voting.
In the day of voting, which is just one day, people might have reasons why they will not go to the polling station. They will be sick, they will be out of the country, and those kind of things. So mandatory registration.
Very well.
Thank you.
Lastly, no, thank you, Chair.
Did you really answer how the integrity tag in SHA will follow you to IEBC? You did a long explanation, but I didn't see you respond to it.
I have a lot of successes about SHA. And from a management level, I can confirm that the programs are up and running, and we have escalation matrix whenever there is a challenge, and we have levels of engagements from the healthcare providers themselves, and we have so many alternative ways of assuring continuity of services when such is reported. So from an internal perspective, we have put in programs for any eventuality in terms of, you know, there is system glitches, and we engage directly to the providers whenever that is reported. So I think there are those programs that need to be continuously demystified to the public, like communication. Continuous communication must be a backbone of any institution that has the mandate to offer essential services like SHA. And even IEBC, communication is also very, very important for that matter. Thank you.
Prof, please.
Leira, let me take you to your comfort zone, coming from a marginalized community. How does the 2010 Constitution address the economic imbalances that marginalized communities have experienced since independence? There are several, but which one would you place high there.
Thank you, Prof. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 addressed the issue of marginalized communities on issues that are touching on our economic, our social, and cultural values as communities. And therefore, it has given us the protection and right to claim those particular rights under the Constitution. And also, it has also addressed the issue of representation.
Maybe let me, because of time, which fund does the Constitution create to address the imbalances that marginalized communities have faced since independence?
The Constitution has given us protection as marginalized communities to be able to, access services like any other community in Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you. Name any 3 Kenyan nationalists who were arrested in 1952 and are usually known as the Kapenguria 6. Name just 3.
Jomo Kenyatta, Dedan Kimathi.
You have remained with 10 seconds. 2, 1 second gone. Thank you.
Well, we have enjoyed our time with you, Mr. Letangule. And I gather that you're a man of faith. In many cases, you said we as a commission. And it looks like you've already gone ahead. And we want to wish you well and to pray that we are able to come to a conclusion and that your name lands there. Do you have any question or comment to make?
Thank you, Chairman and members of the panel. I don't have a question. Mine is just to appreciate the panel for shortlisting me among the many, many applicants and for having me today. So that is something that I'll not really take without saying. Additionally, I also appreciate the panel for the questions. They were very engaging, and there might be some that have answered well, some that I fell short within the bar, but I will relook at this reel later on and be able to address. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Remember to pick your certificates. They are at the door. The notebook is yours and the pen, and even the water if you like. Blessings to you. Thank you. Have a good day. The next candidate is 𝐉𝐚𝐬𝐿. I hope that he can be brought in kindly.